My dear Pan-African brothers and sisters, as you may have already noticed, I consistently make short, concise videos to make it much easier for my beloved brothers and sisters to conveniently download them. I'm going to start by telling you something that I find extremely motivating, something that makes you want to fight to protect our African continent. Aside from the unwavering support that three give and that I propose to give to the enlightened leaders of the AES, and the courage that I believe we Cameroonians should have to follow them, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you know where one of the world's largest deposits of cobalt, nickel, and manganese ore 3 communities is located? Where is one of the world's largest deposits of cobalt, nickel, and manganese located? You're going to answer me, the Democratic Republic of Congo, aren't you? No, it's in Cameroon. In Eastern Cameroon, there's a project called Kamuna in Cameroon. And there is the future of Cameroon that is in the hands of the next Cameroonian president. Enough money for all Cameroonians to live decently. Africans are sitting on diamond mines. There are poor people sitting on diamond mines. We can't say it enough. I read that Geovich Mining Limited aims to be the world's largest cobalt mining company through its 60% ownership of Geovich Cameroon PLC. I went and did some research. It was a company that was Australian, American, and then it was bought by the British. Here they changed their name, as they often do, to muddy the waters and confuse us. They produce graphite, those batteries that cars need. And I think I need to share my personal experience with you. I took a taxi to go to work, as I usually do. I take an Uber, I'm going to walk, I sit down. The car is nice, I go, wow. I see that it's electric and that it's a Volvo. I have a soft spot for Volvos. I look at the car and say, well. The guy says to me, I'm in the process of buying a bigger car. I say, but it's still nice. It's big enough as it is. Why? He says to me, because my wife is having a 3rd child, so I'm upgrading. I say, even with 3 kids, if the car is big and comfortable enough. He says to me, no, the truth is the battery. I have to sell it. I have to sell the car because the battery in this car only lasts 10 years. I say, what? Electric cars, the battery only lasts 10 years. I've had the car for 5 years. If I don't sell it now, it won't be worth anything in 5 years. Why? Because the battery costs 10,000 pounds. The car won't be worth anything, so I'm getting rid of it and getting a nicer one. That's the future of Cameroon. Those batteries, the graphite in them, I went to look it up. It's in Cameroon that they'll come to get it. To manufacture diamond, other words, we have 5 years to get organized. If we don't put real Pan-Africanists in Cameroon, we finished in 5 years. It's right now that we need to unite our forces. Because of this, you were warned by Captain General Contrant, or whatever his name was. I'm not even going to bother remembering his name. That's how little it matters. He told you they're coming, that they won't have a choice. They're 1 step ahead of us. The imperialists are 10, even 20 years ahead of us. They've already secured their own energy security, as I said, by making plans for our Cameroon. And as long as we have new colonialist presidents in Cameroon, people who were chosen by the imperialists, put in place by the imperialists, appointed by the imperialists, because we haven't elected any president ourselves, we won't be able to breathe. We won't have peace. We won't be able to sleep. Neither us, nor our brothers in the AES, nor our brothers in Congo, because they are there. They will come from the north. They will come from the south. They will come from the east. They will come from everywhere to take it, whether willingly or by force, when we tell them to pay the fair price. Do you realize that your so-called Pan-African President Paul Biya only created Tsunami in 2020 in order to legislate and organize? You will be shocked when a Pan-Africanist president comes to power and explains to you how Cameroon's money is used, how those in power have granted themselves, managed, and divided up the important companies of Cameroon, the shares they hold in these companies for their own benefit. Where does our money go? Why are we struggling? Because all of our wealth, all of our money, is not being used for the well-being of Cameroonians. How can we not be angry? I told you this story just to say that 2025 is the turning point in our history. is the moment to have Pan-Africanist leaders in power. It's about collective awakening. We had the best politician, the most cunning, the most skillful in all of Africa's history. Also, one of the most ruthless. All his friends are in prison. He outsmarted us. He was very strong. We need to give him that much. But that's all in the past. 2025 is the future. 2025 is the time to choose a president. 2025 is the choice for a peaceful transition. It's about the strength that comes with dynamic Pan-African men who will come to help us. Only the trans-ethnic, trans-regional Pan-African mobilization of the Cameroonian people can put an end to this dictatorial deadlock. So, truly we will get there. I try to stay optimistic.